guys, Ash here coming at you today in Watcher of Realms. That's right, this is not the first, not the second, but the third dedicated video I've made to this game here on the channel, Watcher of Realms. By now, you probably already know, probably sick of me telling you about it, but I am thrilled to be covering Watcher of Realms. I love this game so much that even though today's video is sponsored, shout out to Moonton for sponsoring today's video here, I actually love this game so much that I'm covering it on a brand new, well, not even new anymore, it's about a month old, YouTube channel. That's right, it's Ash, Watcher of Realms, and I have to say the community has been fantastic over there. You may have noticed, by the way, that we have tons of beginner content on this channel and some familiar faces as well, right? In this game today, I'm going to kind of give you an overview, a little bit of my experience playing the game, what I love about it, kind of comparing some things to Raid, both positive and negative as well. I'm going to be honest here, and obviously I'm not biased. I love both games, but Murder Inc., Ivy Lee, Cold Brew, Hell Hades, myself, God, I know I'm forgetting Boomer. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of creators, but a lot of former Raid and existing Raid creators have dedicated channels also to Watcher of Realms. I would invite you guys to go ahead and check it out, and I'm collabing with all of those guys and gal on that channel as well. Ash, Watcher of Realms, easy to find. The download link, by the way, to the game and my YouTube channel will be in the pinned comment and in the description below. Last but not least, I do have a promo code for you guys to start out with 100 diamonds in this game. Diamonds are kind of equivalent to gems. All you have to do is put in Ash, WOR 10. So what you do is you come up to your profile, you go to settings, you go to redeem code, and it's Ash, WOR 10. I've already claimed my own code, but yeah, trust me, everybody, it's valid for everybody, and you get 100 diamonds. So guys, right now in Watcher of Realms is actually one of the best times to both download and summon your very first heroes, because there's a 10x event, which actually means something because the hero pool is way smaller than raids. You actually have a good shot at actually pulling these heroes. Two of the best in the game, literally, are available right now on 10x, right? When this video goes live, the event will have started. That's going to be Zillatu and Dolores. Dolores is my favorite overall epic in the entire game. She's low cost and she has the best buff in the game, Inspiration. And Zillatu is arguably the best fighter inside the entire game. This special event is going on right now. Again, download links are going to be in the description below for you guys. Let me show you. We talk about this in just a moment here, but let me show you. Here's Zillatu in all her glory. I mean, looks amazing, right? But she's even better actually in battle. Like I said, one of the strongest burst damage fighters out there in the entire game. Check out this video of her. So most of the legendaries, I want to say, all of like the really good heroes too, they have these awesome cinematic kind of intros. I mean, check this out. This is Zillatu. Again, she's, man, if I get this animation, it means that I summoned her today, because I'm about to go record a poll video, and I am, well, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. You can go ahead and check it out, by the way. That video will be live if I do happen to summon her. Same thing with Dolores, is absolutely fantastic, so go ahead and take advantage. Okay, so why do I like this game? Why do I say it's the perfect game to play alongside Raid? I'm not leaving Raid for this game or anything like that. Still enjoy both, right? First off, the back end, so to speak, everything except for the actual gameplay is very similar to Raid, meaning it's intuitive to pick up and understand, and the quality of life, frankly, in a lot of areas is a lot better. First of all, gear removal is free in this game, right? It almost seems weird to adjust to that, right? It's like, okay, let me actually go to somebody I don't use a ton. Look at this, unequip, and then like you're waiting for the pop-up of like, this is gonna cost you gold. In this game it's gold, not silver, right? And it never comes. You can just switch your gear as much as you want to your heart's content. Moreover, check this out. These are like some of my favorite things out the gate. My biggest gripe with this game used to be that there was no auto leveling. It feels archaic to go back to, it's called enhancing here on your artifacts or your gear, right? It feels archaic not to have the quick option, but they just added it in the recent update. So now I can auto enhance and everything's back to normal. So that was my only real big complaint with the back end of this game, and now it's good. Wait till you guys see this. I've actually mentioned this in a few of my Raid videos in terms of I would love something like this, and it's the ascend button. instead of having this arduous process of upgrading, I'm sorry, not the ascend button. It's the quick, excuse me, it is the quick star up option, right? Instead of having this arduous process of going to the tavern and clicking and brewing and sacrificing and all this stuff that we're very familiar with, man, check this out, guys. It's the quick star up. How many 1 to 2 stars do I have available on my account? I have 25. How many champions can I turn from 2 to 3 stars in this game? I have 25 again. How many 3 to 4, etc., etc. All I have to do is literally the star up materials, everything that I need, the gold, the XP associated. All I have to do is hit quick star up, and that's it. It's done. Quick star up again, and then you can see now I have 32 2 to 3s, right? So now I can go 2 to 3 and I can quick star up there. What am I doing right now, guys? I'm essentially doing what would take hours and hours in Raid, and this is the biggest feature that I really want to see added to Raid, and this game has it, right? So now I can go 3 to 4. Now I have 10 available. I'm running a little bit low on XP, and then boom, I have 2, all that for 2 to 4 to 5, essentially chickens, right? Now I can get a max level 6 star with these. So there it is, guys. I just did everything, all that work, just from a few taps or clicks, whether you're playing on iOS, Android, or PC. It's a free download, by the way, on any of those devices. So once you have a hero that you want to invest in this game, and I have all my tier lists out there, a great beginner's guide for you guys, everything to start you out, right? The good news is they give you 3. I just want to start out. They give you 3 in your first, like, couple weeks. You'll get 3 of the best heroes for free in this game, right? The availability of very good heroes is staggering. On day 3, you'll get Mari. She's very good. She's a control champion, right? She has slow and she has freeze. She also has debuffs for more damage. She's great in Guild Boss. She's great in Gear Raid 1. She's great kind of everywhere, right? She's a really good control champion. Everybody gets her for free on day 3. But Wrath. Wrath, I have a full guide on Mari, a full guide on Wrath. Wrath you get after day 14 as a daily login reward champion. He's incredible. He's a Lord. In this game, instead of having affinities, they have Lord abilities. So every faction that we place, it's the same faction as the Lord, you're going to get bonuses, right? For each of them that you deploy on the battlefield. I'm going to show you gameplay in just a moment. I wanted to kind of start with how it works on the back end. In terms of gear, you know, there's only 5 gear slots. It's pretty intuitive, pretty basic, right? We have attack bonus, percentage-wise, attack bonus, percentage-wise, attack bonus, percentage-wise. In this game, the one thing I will say about stats is attack scales a lot better than it does in Raid, okay? So for your DPS, you still want crit rate, right? Ideally, you still want 100% crit rate, but attack is a lot more important. It scales tremendously in this game, okay? Now, there's promotion, aka ascension, you know, in this game as well. All of the heroes obviously look incredible. The first thing that I think most people are going to notice about this game is the art, right? So, I mean, check it out. I'm just going to show you a few of these. I mean, these heroes, they all look great, right? They all look great. Moreover, when you pull them, I mean, you get the whole cutscene animation of, like, it's an epic situation whenever we're pulling any of these heroes, of these legendaries inside the game. It's a really cool feeling, right, when you summon these guys. So summoning works very similar as well in this game. It's really cool. It's very cinematic, you know, and I'm not going to play the entire thing for you, but you guys can kind of see from the feel of these heroes. It's the first game that I've really seen be close to Raid, or even arguably better on the same level. It just depends on the aesthetics that you enjoy in Watcher of Realms. So yeah, the visuals are on point in this game, okay? So I've talked a bit about the heroes. I've shown you some of the, you know, some of their, by the way, Hatsut, my best hero, just, you know, apropos of nothing. What I want to talk about briefly is you saw that I had experience in gold, right? That I was just kind of showing. I was using experience in gold to quickly upgrade my champions. Well, in this game, you don't have to know that, like, oh, I need to go to campaign 12-3 brutal to get experience, or I need to go to spider to get gold. They just have an XP and a gold raid, right? So whatever you need, you just go there. In this game, instead of using energy, they have stamina, but it's essentially the same thing, and it works the same way, right? It replenishes over time, etc., etc. They have auto battles. They have all that good stuff, right? Very, very similar in terms of structurally. They have a guild boss, which is very, it gets very in-depth in terms of strategy. They have kind of the same thing. Difficulties are very, very similar. The rewards scale based on how much damage you're doing. That's where you're going to get your legendary skill tomes, aka skill crystals in this game, right? They have artifacts in this game, which are unique. Basically, it's a, let me just go to one of my heroes here. They have an artifact section where it's going to give you a special ability, right? It's in each hero gets one artifact. You can level it up, you can promote it for even better stats, even better abilities. You get an HP and attack bonus as well here. So there's all kinds of different artifacts. There's a new artifact dungeon. They just introduced Guild Wars in this game. So, I mean, this game's brand new, by the way. The best part about it, honestly, is, and I'm not just saying this because it's a paid ad, is you get in on the ground floor of a brand new game that, like, everybody's excited about, right? There's a lot of positive vibes around this game. All right, now, last thing before the gameplay. Sorry, guys, I keep telling you I'm going to show you but there's so much to talk about. Raids. If you go to promotion raid, right? This is essentially how you're going to be promoting, aka kind of ascending. It's kind of the same thing as compared to raid. And you can see the 5 classes in this game, right? So there's marksman. There's mages who deal magic damage versus like piercing damage, right? There's defenders, aka tanks, healers, intuitive, and fighters are like melee high damage but low defense units. So every hero in this game is going to fall in one of those categories. So there is a more defined and robust class system. There's also faction wars, aka faction trials, and there's Tide, which is unique to this game as well. In the Tide, it's kind of like an auto battle free-for-all, where you're just basically placing all of your best heroes and you're fighting this onslaught, this assault of all of these enemies. So as you're seeing the first look of the actual gameplay of Watcher of Realms, as we're seeing here, and I've actually kind of hit a wall on this stage, so I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna beat it, but I mean, you never know. We'll try. So this is, again, this is all auto. We do have control over these special super abilities that we can use, or these special kind of ultimate abilities that we can use throughout the battle. But you're seeing your first look here. Now you can see it's kind of hard and Tide. It's probably the worst thing that I could show you to start with in this game. But it is, see these little portals over here, these blue portals right above my head? This is kind of the win condition, so to speak, of this game, right? We don't want enemies to get to our portal. It's essentially a hero or tower defense game. Hero defense game? It's hard to actually put a label on what it is. But the gameplay, as you can see, is so much different than Raid Shadow Legends, right? And here I need to upgrade my melee units because you can see I come very close to beating this stage of Tide, but no cigar, right? I'm gonna die here, but I think maybe one day or so, and I can clear this wave. The cool thing is, though, is I can still claim the rewards for all 104 waves that I've already beaten, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like right now. What I want to do, though, is show you like a more... Tide is very unique in this game. I already claimed my rewards today, sorry. But Tide is very unique. You do have like a Tide tree that you can actually get bonuses. And for example, like, oh, ground units deal more or have more HP and more defense, for example. And you get Tide points to spend in this skill tree as you progress. Anyway, I digress. I want to go to like a regular campaign battle or something. And I just want to do a fight with you guys, kind of talk my way through it. So you're seeing my squad here. You're seeing there's 10 available slots for heroes. So the first thing is there's going to be a lot more heroes per battle as opposed compared to a game like Raid or any other gacha game that I've seen, frankly. Now in this game, I mentioned this in the past in I think my previous video, and people misunderstood. What if I don't have some of the best heroes in the game, but I really want them, but my friends do, right? There's an assist feature. They're not giving me this hero, they're just lending it for one battle, okay? I can use it, but it's not going to 3-star me that level. Does that make sense? You have to 3-star a level in order to auto battle it anywhere in this game, right? Similar to raid. So if I'm using the assist feature, I'm still going to get all my rewards, and I'm still going to be able to progress. I'm just not going to be able to auto battle until I do it without that assist unit, okay? How do I get your assist unit? Well, from the friends list in this game, right? So I can chat with people here. You can have I have my big friends list, and what we can do is we can lend each other essentially a hero for a battle, particularly useful in guild boss, especially if you don't have that OP champion or hero that you've been really vying after. You can borrow it from a friend, which is really nice. Moreover, you can get friendship points. You can see 280 friendship points by giving and receiving resources to your friends, right? Which is really cool. It's capped. It's not OP or anything broken like that or anything like that. And also, as a tip for you guys, I will say that the shop, the Dwarven Association, is essentially the shop. In this game, it is a lot better than raid, okay? You can find even endgame stuff here, so you should refresh it. You get about like 5 refreshes a day or 6 refreshes before you have to start spending diamonds, which are like gems. You should do that every single day. You should get your gear in the early game from the shop. Everybody should do that, because the gear that you can get through gear raids, which you can see right here, gear raids 1 is weapons and breastplates, bangles, amulets and rings, accessories essentially. It's not going to be as good as what you can get in the shop in the early game, okay? So the best bet to save your stamina to be more efficient is to focus again on the shop in that area. Okay, back to a battle here. I'm not going to use an assist unit. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with what I have. We're just going to use the team that's on the screen right now. I'm not going to get fancy on you guys. So here we go. You can see where the enemies are going to be spawning from, and you can see the portals that I need to protect. So first things first is I want to understand, Valkyra is going to help us out and try to talk about these monsters that we're facing. They have special abilities. These maps can get pretty complex. I'm showing you something, by the way, that's more towards the end game, I want to say, even though it's the easy difficulty setting, so easy, hard, expert. But either way, golem constructs, for example, are initially in a dormant state, but when they're attacked, they become awakened and enter a state of heightened alertness. When a golem construct is on a high alert, its movement speed will be greatly increased. So we want to be careful here. This is a patroller. It has a unique mechanism. When attacked, it will toll a bell above its head and run to its spawn point. And the toll will alert all the golem constructs nearby. These are the fundamentals of golem construct encounters. You may use this information to find a way through the trials ahead. Okay, so we have kind of an idea of what we're going to be trying to do here. First and foremost, we need to guard our portals, but I'm gonna put like one of my stronger heroes on the board. Try to kill this little dude over here. I'm gonna try to kill him. Let's go ahead and put him over there. And of course, we're not going to be able to. So we're going to go ahead and place. It's been a while since I've done this stage, guys. We're going to place a tank in front of our portal. And then we are going to go ahead and start setting up. Now you can see that I have this, this is like basically replenishes throughout the duration of the battle. And what this is going to do is it is going to allow us to spend more to get more heroes on the board, right? I'm trying to keep my eye on this little battle over here. I'm going to go ahead and use the ultimate. I'm actually blocking it right now, but that is called the ultimate that I just used. You can see they're powering up right now. But right now, we got to focus here. We got to focus. We need another tank. You can see the melee units are going to guard. We're going to go ahead and get another guy over here. This guy, we're going to pull him off the board for a second. When we pull off the board here, guys, sorry, a lot going on. When we pull off the board, we get recouped. Is part of the strategy in this game, right? We get half of their cost, right? We get it back when we take them off of the map. Sorry, like kind of going a little crazy here in terms of not the best strategy on this map while I'm trying to explain it, but you guys get the point here. So now we have a nice fortification of defenses. Problem is, are we going to be able to stop the rest of the waves? So 7 out of 16. This 3 is how many enemies have cleared into my portal. We want none because we want to 3-star these levels. So let's go ahead and put Comet on the board as well. Start doing some DPS down there. They're going to start activating. We're going to start, see all these ultimates that I can use, guys? We're going to start popping them off one at a time here, right? So every hero's ultimate's going to do different things. and we're going to go ahead and clear that level. So there it is, guys. Hopefully that made sense. But, you know, again, I'm starting in basically the newer expansion level of campaign, stage 9, chapter 9, I should say. So they just added this to the game a few weeks ago, so it's a little bit more complex. But if we went to, like, you know, chapter 1, it's going to be a lot more intuitive. These maps are going to be a lot more basic, and, you know, I'll just kind of show you an early game here. But again, I have beginner's guides out there, guys. The campaign in this game is going to be very friendly. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to know, what you need to do. But you can see much more basic starting out here, right? Pretty intuitive. They spawn over here, they go over here. So guys, that is going to be the video today. I just wanted to kind of walk you through all the content, how things work inside Watcher of Realms. Again, if you want any more strategy, any hero guides, all that good stuff, you can check me out on Ash Watcher of Realms. And guys, before I let you go, just one more reminder, now is the perfect time to go ahead and download Watcher of Realms, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a brand new beginner guide that is way more in-depth, like a 45-minute going through every nook and cranny of the game, going live today on my Watcher of Realms YouTube channel. So this is a perfect video to watch after this one. And I have to remind you about the 10x rate. You can get your hands on some of the most wanted heroes in the game, specifically the two that we already highlighted, Zillitu and Dolores, although they're all really good. So go ahead and download using the link in the description below. And thank you so much, Moonton and Watcher of Realms, for sponsoring today's video.